Welcome back once again to howtocookgreatfood.com. On the menu today, mutton or lamb biryani. Absolutely delicious. Let's get moving. Takes a little while, but it's worth it. Okay, let's take a look at what we have here then. So there's my meat, lamb or mutton. There's about 1 kg there. Quite a lot of bone in there, bit of fat, bay leaf, 1 onion, fresh chili, up to you how much you want to put in. And then we've got some whole spices here. Let's take a look. We've got some green cardamom pods and black peppercorns, cumin seeds, star anise, and cloves. Also some salt. We're going to start this off with a touch of oil. Let's get moving. Okay, pretty much everything's going to go in right now. So I've got some oil in there. I'm using a sunflower oil. Use something different if you want. We're going to drop in our whole spices. That was cumin seeds, cloves, and the star anise. Here we've got our black peppercorns and our green cardamom, bay leaf, fresh chili, salt, our chopped onion, and now our lamb or mutton. Now this is not the best quality, this is a stewer, this meat, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. Okay, so as you can hear, we're on a fairly high heat. Let's go for about 6 minutes, then we can move on to the next step. Okay, that's like 5 or 6 minutes, giving it a lovely head start. Now like I said, if you're using a beautiful piece of lamb, no need to do this, but this is a bit of a stewer, you know, a bit of a mutton. We're going to get some water now. We're going to pour that in. And there's enough there to cover it all. If you want to use some form of stock, I'm just going to use water. Right, we're going to let that go now. Don't put a lid on it, we want it to steam out. That's going to go for about 30 minutes. I'll see you then. Okay, that's like half an hour. Now, of course, if you've got incredibly beautiful tender lamb and not a mutton like me, you don't have to do that whole process. Right, next up, we're going to get in some garlic ginger paste, like a tablespoon's worth there. We're going to drop in some spices, what was called a big four. Let's take a look at those. Equal parts chili, turmeric, coriander, and cumin. Give that a mix. Next up, we're going to add some fresh tomatoes. There you go. In there you go. Try and use a nice ripe tomato, if you can. One more mix. Stay on this high heat. Going to get a lid on this now. Let it go for about 6 or 7 minutes. What we're looking for here is the tomatoes to break down, and they will give off a little bit of moisture, hopefully. If not, we might have to add a little bit more water. See you in about 7 minutes. Okay, off goes the heat. Lid off there. And that's done. That's absolutely beautiful. That meat's really nice and tender now. Well done. Let's move on. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm frying some onions. You can shallow fry them or deep fry them like I'm doing. You can get them as crispy and brown as you like. We're going to be adding these to the top of our biryani. Okay, so our lamb or meat is done. Our onions are frying and done. Let's look at some rice. Now I've got some basmati rice here. Try and use a nice quality basmati. There are many types of rice. A bit like wine. You know, like you get what you pay for. So if you buy expensive rice, you're going to get a really good quality. This is called India Gate, which is quite a good quality, but there are many. I mean, there are hundreds, in fact. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash this rice about 2 or 3 times in some cold water, and then we're going to cook it with some salt, but I'm only going to cook it about 70% of the way. So when it comes out, I want it to have a nice bite to it. Okay, let's go. We've got all our components together. Let's just take a look at them once again. We've got our lovely lamb curry there. Here we've got our rice, which is 75% cooked, so you know, got a nice little bite to it. Fried crispy onions. I've got some cilantro or coriander there. You could use fresh mint as well. And in here I've just got some water with turmeric. That's going to give it a little bit of colour. We're ready. Let's build this. So you're going to need a pot with a lid. So I'm going to go back into where we cooked the rice. What we need to do is grab some of our curry, our lamb. Not too much. Just get a little bit in the bottom there. That's enough. Then we're going to go a layer of our rice. And then we're going to repeat the process. A little bit of cilantro in there. And then off we go again. Finishing with rice on top. See you in a moment. Okay, so that's it. We layered up there. Now, some more cilantro. We're now going to grab that turmeric mixed with water. What that's going to do, just spread a little bit out on there, give it a nice little bit of colour. It will catch some of the rice, not all of it. So you've got a nice bit of yellow rice and the white rice. You can also add a red colouring or green colouring if you wanted, but this works out just really nicely. Next up, I'm going to get some of our onions on the top. Not all of them, maybe 50%. Then we're ready for the cooker. Okay, so we're now back at the stove. I don't know if you can see that, I hope you can. Underneath I've got a flat plate, metal plate, keeping the bottom of our pan away from the actual heat. We're on a low heat. What we're going to do is we're going to pop a lid on. You want a lid that fits exactly, okay? And sometimes what people do, they'll just roll some pastry, like some water and flour, roll it around here and seal it like that. You need to seal it. Some people would put a bag of flour on, maybe, you know, just to kind of bit of a weight. Now, can you see that hole? We do not need that hole, so just a little bit of tissue paper that I've made wet. Get it in there. We don't want any steam or anything coming out of this. Low heat, that's going to go for about 12 minutes on a simmer. Okay, so that's been 30 minutes on a really, really low heat. Off goes that heat. And there you go. That is wonderful. Feel me? Okay, there you go. Absolutely delicious. I'm going to serve that, and you know, we had some onions left over. I'm going to top them up with that. Beautiful. Hope you enjoy that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll see you soon. Lots of love.